Have you ever wondered what the most Googled questions are or what their answers are? Statistically speaking, you have likely asked one of these questions before, since they are the most common questions asked on the internet. So let's go over the most Googled questions and their answers. A lot of people ask a lot of different questions, and some of them are maybe a little silly, including the above and beyond most Googled question, which we'll get to in a bit. But you have questions like what year is it, which most people would consider easier to figure out by looking at the calendar on your phone or your computer or whatever, instead of going all the way to Google. But starting at the 100th most Googled question and working our way up, skipping over some weird ones, we can begin with why do cats purr? Well, immediately this is a trickier question because in reality we don't 100% know why for a fact, but largely it's believed to stem from the idea of it being a form of communication, whether it be a social cue or to express an emotion. Next, where can I watch Yellowstone? Yellowstone is a TV series, and just like any TV series, the answer changes depending on where you live and also who currently has the right to stream Yellowstone. Yellowstone can be found on several websites, but the main one is Peacock. What colors make brown? Brown can actually technically be made in a variety of ways, but primarily through mixing the three primary colors together: red, blue, and yellow. You can also get it by mixing a primary color with a secondary color that is opposite of the primary color you are wanting to use. For example, if you have yellow, you can mix it with purple, which is the combination of red and blue, in order to get brown. How fast does hair grow? The most common idea is about a ½ inch per month, but it depends on a wide variety of factors such as genetics and if you take good care of your hair. What state is Washington, D.C. in? Washington, D.C. is the capital of the United States of America and is actually not a state, but is considered a federal district that is independent from all 50 states with its own local government and whatnot. Originally, it was part of Maryland and Virginia. When did Michael Jackson die? June 25th, 2009. Where are your kidneys? Inside of you, towards your upper back area, under your lower rib cage. Where is the Grand Canyon? It is located in the northwestern part of Arizona in the United States, pretty close to Utah and Nevada. How old is Tom Cruise? Believe it or not, this actually changes every year, but he is currently 64 years old at the time of making this video. What are hemorrhoids? Hemorrhoids are when veins in and around your rectum and anus are inflamed, often caused by extra pressure in that area from things like straining while going to the bathroom, sitting on the toilet for a long period of time, or having long-lasting diarrhea or constipation. Why do dogs lick you? Dogs lick for a variety of reasons, but most often it's because licking releases chemicals in their brain that soothes them. But other reasons could include them showing affection, gathering sensory information, or because you have food on you. What causes gout? Gout is a type of arthritis caused by a buildup of uric acid in your body, which is often caused by issues with your diet or kidneys. How big is an acre? 43,560 square feet. When is Memorial Day? The last Monday of May every year. When did the Titanic sink? On April 15th, 1912. Why do dogs eat grass? Because it tastes funny, but also can sometimes be a sign when a dog naturally wants to consume roughage to help with the digestion due to a lack of fiber in their diet. Where is your appendix? It is in the lower right part of your abdomen, connected to your large intestine. What was the Cold War? The Cold War was a major period of political conflict between the United States of America and the Soviet Union, officially technically starting in 1947 following World War II, and officially technically ending in 1991 with the collapse of the Soviet Union. The idea of it being a Cold War instead of a war is because the two countries never fought each other directly, where they fought each other indirectly through supporting opposite sides of various wars, mass-producing weapons including nuclear warheads, a competition for space exploration and landing the first humans on the moon, and more. When is Mother's Day? The second Sunday in May. What are electrolytes? They are minerals that dissolve in fluids, with different minerals serving different purposes beneficial to your health. When do babies start teething? Typically around 6 months, but often sooner or even later. Every baby is different. How hot is the sun? It depends on what part of the sun you are talking about. The outermost layer of the sun, aka the corona, reaches around 1 million degrees Kelvin or 1,799,540 degrees Fahrenheit or 999,727 degrees Celsius, while the core of the sun reaches around 20 times that temperature. Where is your liver? In the upper right part of your belly and behind your rib cage. When do babies start crawling? Typically around 7 to 10 months, but sometimes earlier or even later. Again, every baby is different. How deep is the ocean? The deepest point in the ocean is called Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench, which goes down to 10,935 meters or 35,876 feet. but the average depth of the ocean floor is only 3,682 meters or 12,080 feet. What does Riz mean? It is a slang term popular in 2023, basically describing someone's charm or ability to flirt. It is short for charisma. What does Gyat mean? Gyat is another slang term that was popular back around 2023 that is basically exclaiming "goddamn," often in response to an attractive person. When was World War II? World War II started on September 1st, 1939, when Germany invaded Poland, and fully ended on September 2nd, 1945, when Japan surrendered. What causes kidney stones? Kidney stones form when your urine has too many crystal-forming minerals without enough dilution, aka when you have a diet high in sodium or something similar and don't drink nearly enough water. What causes hiccups? Hiccups are basically involuntary spasms of your diaphragm in response to things like eating too fast, drinking carbonated beverages, or swallowing air. How long do cats live? Typically anywhere from 12 to 18 years. What causes low blood pressure? It can be caused by a lot of things like dehydration, heat problems, diabetes, a nutritional deficit, nervous system disorders, and so much more. When is Father's Day? The third Sunday of June every year. Where is Bali? In Indonesia. Why is the sky blue? Sunlight is made up of every color of the rainbow, aka it is white. For each color of the rainbow has a different wavelength, and because of our atmosphere that is filled with nitrogen and oxygen, the shorter blue wavelengths are bounced and scattered around a lot more than all the other colors as they hit those nitrogen and oxygen, making the sky look blue. Where is Xur? Honestly, this is crazy. Xur, which I hope I am pronouncing correctly, is a video game character from Destiny 2 that players basically often want to meet but changes location, where so many players often Google where his location is. When did COVID start? The first reported cases of COVID-19 started in December of 2019, but unreported cases obviously started before then. What does SOS mean? SOS is an international distress code in Morse code that can be utilized to call for help. The Morse code for SOS is 3 dots, followed by 3 dashes, followed by 3 dots. Translated into an audio form, it would be like knocking quickly 3 times, then slowly 3 times, then quickly 3 times. When does summer start? In the northern hemisphere, summer starts on the summer solstice, which is June 20th or June 21st depending on the year. In the southern hemisphere, summer starts on December 21st or December 22nd depending on the year. How long to boil corn on the cob? Typically 3 to 5 minutes. How old is Taylor Swift? 36. What is lupus? It is an autoimmune disease where your immune system will damage organs and tissues in your body. How long to boil eggs? This is a surprisingly difficult question. If you want a soft-boiled egg, you need to boil for around 6 minutes. If you want a jammy egg, you need to boil for around 8 minutes. And if you want a hard-boiled egg, you need to boil for 10 minutes. But how long you boil goes up the higher up in elevation you are. What is Temu? Temu is an online marketplace that sells incredibly low quality items for a very cheap price. Often viewed as a scam that tries to make shopping addictive as people spend a lot of money on a ton of essentially worthless and easily broken items. How to screenshot on Mac. Shift plus Command plus 3 for a whole screenshot, or Shift plus Command plus 4 for selecting a specific part. How to delete Facebook account. Navigate to Settings and Privacy, Settings, Account Center, Manage Accounts, the account you want to manage, Deactivation, or Delete. How to screenshot on Windows. Windows key plus print screen to save a full screenshot, or Windows key plus Shift plus S for selecting a specific part. How to delete Instagram account. Go to Settings, Account Center, Manage Accounts, the account you want to manage, Activation, or Deletion. What is AI? AI, technically standing for Artificial Intelligence, is a term for a group of technology that can basically automatically do tasks when given a prompt, often based on a learning model where a piece of software will steal art or information from other real people in order to be able to use that stolen work to generate a response when prompted. What is my IP? An IP, or Internet Protocol Address, is a unique number given to a device that is connected to the internet. This allows computers to send or receive data. You can easily find your IP by Googling it and going to a What is my IP website, which is why this is a super searched for question. People often need to know their IP for troubleshooting internet issues, finding security issues, connecting printers, and more. Typically, it isn't something you would generally want to share with other people. It's like sharing the general area of where you live. But skipping over a variety of sillier questions, we'll talk about just one of them, the most Googled question. What time is it? Kind of like what we were talking about earlier, the easiest way to see what time it is would be to look at the clock on your phone, computer, or whatever device it is you're using, instead of using that device to open Google and type in the question, or like checking a clock in real life. And that's the video. I hope you enjoyed. These are a bunch of surface level answers to a wide variety of questions that are just the most commonly Googled questions. I always find stuff like this interesting, and I hope you do as well. Please subscribe if you like this type of content, because it would help me out a lot. I hope you all are taking great care of yourselves. Have a good one, everyone.